The original lyrics for the first verse are the same as the final version, actually. I seem to have... Whatever was happening on the 18th of September last year, I was in a flow state. And, as the kids like to call it. And they're basically the same. In fact, all the verses are just the original lyrics. It's only the speaking section at the end that I really went to town. The composition of Terror Incognita follows Wish You Were Gay quite closely. The original drum beat was just essentially I sampled the rhythm section of Wish You Were Gay and then made some alterations, especially then when it drops into the heavier part, which for us was very inspired by Gambino's latest record as opposed to Because the Internet has that kind of like oversaturation, distortion. Quite often in a 5-act structure, you know, you'll end Act 2 and then you might make a time jump into Act 3 to see what the consequences of certain decisions and actions are. And that is sort of how it starts. So it's sort of addressing, in fact, the line is refocus. So you might make that time jump and then let's refocus in on the characters and how they changed, if they have. The lyrics repeat quite heavily in Act 3, and that's intentional. The sort of mitosis bit was quite Cobain influenced. He used to use a lot of sort of medical terminology in his lyrics, and I really like the just the air that it gives. If you think sort of heart-shaped box,
that's
and even in the music video, you know, the woman who's dressed up as the anatomy. So there's just a bit of flavour of that. To my mind, the colour palette's quite similar to heart-shaped box for Terror Incognita, so adding that medical terminology, even if it's not as extensive as he used to do, just adds to that air.